Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. There are zero, I repeat, zero ads on this channel for a reason. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to not monetize you. I'm trying to grow quickly. And I know that providing value ad-free is hopefully very valuable to you. I know when I watch YouTube, I don't like ads all the time. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I got asked a question that is going to be a very quick video, but is, do you think, Dan, clinical research coordinator is an entry-level role position? And the answer is no. But the longer answer is it can be taught relatively quickly with some adult supervision. And by adult, of course, I mean people with experience in research. So we never, at my site, and actually at all my sites I've ever had since 2005, I have only hired an experienced coordinator once or twice. And I've probably hired over 50 people now in my career at the same role. And I always start out with clinical research assistant at the site. And I know that if we can teach them some of the lower tasks of what it means to be a coordinator, so kind of like a junior coordinator, but it's really an assistant, because they're shadowing a coordinator for about 3 months. After about 3 months, they can do a visit on their own. And once you do a visit on your own, I consider you a coordinator. We actually had this talk at SOS, Save Our Sites, last year on a panel, how to get your coordinator trained and how long it takes. And this was basically kind of the consensus was, you know, they could be up and running in 3 months. It could happen quicker. Like, I've had some that have, out of necessity, done simpler visits within their first week, but they were always supervised. So I'm talking about like kind of unsupervised, nobody else shadowing them. It's going to take about 3 months. You can be an entry-level clinical research assistant working side by side with the coordinator, because at the end of the day, it's not rocket science. And even experienced coordinators, if you take an experienced coordinator and you give them a brand new therapeutic indication they've never done, they're also going to need time to adjust. Like, they'll know the fundamentals I cover in my book on the 4-hour video quickly, but they're not going to know the therapeutic area technical knowledge and what's the common assessments for a new therapeutic area they've never done, and how to go about documenting adverse events. What are some of the terminology that you use? For example, in COPD and asthma, it's FEV, and there's all kinds of like specialized language. In psychiatry, there's also like selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors and SNRIs and PANS and CGI, and if you go to oncology, there's RECIST. There's all kinds of stuff. So even experienced coordinators, you take them in a brand new indication, even in the same specialty, just a new indication. Let's say you go from allergies to asthma. There's going to be some overlap, but there's going to be some new terminology. Even in psych, let's say you go from depression to bipolar. There's going to be some new terminology. So for that reason, it's never an entry-level role, even for experienced coordinators. You're always going to need some training on the new protocol. This is why sponsors and CROs, I don't think they do a good job. I think the best training for a new study is to actually do a visit or two. But this is why in the beginning you need to rely on someone with expertise, whether it's expertise in the fundamentals of doing research or expertise in someone who's good at that therapeutic indication. And at our site, we have PIs of all different specialties, and then we have nurse practitioners who are pretty familiar with a lot of different therapeutic areas. And so we can jump from new indication to new indication because we do have some adult supervision. So to answer your question in a long way, clinical research coordinator is not entry level, but sites who employ clinical research coordinators, that is the most common job at a research site, Sites do hire entry-level people all the time, and you could become a coordinator in as little as 3 months. This is why I say, for people wanting to break into the industry, just go work at a small research site in your area. It doesn't matter what they have you do. It doesn't matter if all they do is have you go buy dry ice and take the labs to FedEx or UPS, or spin blood samples, or even if, let's say, you're a phlebotomist, have you drawing blood while they teach you the other stuff. As long as they're letting you shadow, you're gonna gain experience, and within 3 months, I think most people that are sharp and ambitious and willing to learn can pick it up pretty quickly. And then after about a year, I would consider you an experienced coordinator, because after about a year, you've kind of seen it all, and then definitely after 2 years, you're pretty much a veteran coordinator. And there's even coordinators where after 2 years, they start looking to be CRAs. That's a whole different video. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it answers your question. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Catch you later. Bye-bye.